Very good afternoon to one and all present here. On behalf of Medicave's Innovation and Incubation Center and e-sale of Medicave's University, myself Sanjay Jathar welcome you all in today's webinar on design thinking. First of all, I am pleased to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, Registrar Dr. Pradyuman Yadav, all the deans, head of departments, Professor in charge of Medicare's Innovation and Incubation Center, Dr. Sarita Kansal, Head of eSale, Professor Ramjanam Singh, all the faculty members and the participants. Medicares is one of the brand names in the arena of technical education and is contributing in making the Central India an education hub. Ever since its inception in the July 2000, the group consistently aims at creating ideal ambience for the budding technocrats and helping them to grow like true professionals. In the year 2015, we got the approval from UGC to be a self-financed university, and the admissions for the same started in 2016. Dr. Sunil K. Somani became the founder vice chancellor of the university, and under his leadership, university started many programs under new domains like agriculture, pharmacy, commerce, science, arts, etc., other than engineering and management, which were continued from the Medicare's groups of institutions. Till date, more than 12,000 students have been uh, passed out from the Medicares and are working globally. And at present, 7,000 students are studying in various programs. Medicare's Innovation and Incubation Center was established. Medicare's University, Medicare's Institution Incubation and Innovation Center was established in the year 2018 with the aim of promoting innovation and backing up startups. We believe in setting stage for energetic, enthusiastic, and aspiring entrepreneurs. Our mission is to encourage and inculcate attitude of entrepreneurship into the students and to support them from ideation stage to the product development and the marketing stage. This paves the path for the potential business ideas to reach the market. Today, we all are here to attend the webinar on design thinking, for which we have with us in-house speaker Dr. Sarita Kansal, Professor in charge, Medicare's Innovation and Incubation Cell. Dr. Sarita Kansal has been associated with Medicare's for a long time as a faculty in Electronics and Communication Department. By the end of 2018, she was given charge of Medicare's Incubation and Innovation Center. So now I am pleased to invite Dr. Sarita Kansal for for her webinar on design thinking. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so very much, sir, for such a nice introduction. सभी को मेरा नमस्ते to all the participants. Today we are gathered here to attend a webinar on design thinking. Let me share my screen. Is it visible? Just a ritual, I am asking this. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. It is visible, ma'am.
Thank you.
It is visible.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, sir. So, web designing, this webinar we have decided to take off 1 hour, but this design thinking to understand properly, it is not easy to make you understand the design thinking in 1 hour, but I will try my best to give you the base about the design thinking. And I feel this design thinking is very much important in each and everybody's life. Whether you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to become a good professor, you want to become a good employee, whatever you want to do in your life, the design thinking really play an important role. So I thought, why not to introduce this to you all. I am also not very expert or specialized in this design thinking, but as I attended FDP on design thinking, it really inspired me a lot. And I felt that why not I will propagate this concept of design thinking to each and everyone. And with that thought, here the webinar is on design thinking. So to keep our discussion more interactive and more open so that you will get the most benefit of it. So first of all, I would like to know what is design? What is your perspective about this term design? What do you understand by this design? You can put your answer in the chat box as well. What do you understand by the term design? The different person have the different perspectives about the design, but a common generally people relate this design with the appearance of any product or any ambience or anywhere you go, then how that product look like, how the things will be presentable, that you feel that this design is something else. It itself has a very deep sense of meaning, that what is design. Slowly, gradually, as the discussion will go ahead, you will, I hope at the end of this webinar, you will take these points with you, that what is design thinking, and it will help you in your daily routine. Whatever you are doing, you can apply this design thinking everywhere. So write in your own perspective. You may say the design is this, the design is that. If I will check the chat box, there may be some answer about what is design, if you have mentioned it. So moving ahead. So design is a process of working to develop solution in a conscious and innovative way, in which both functional and aesthetic requirements are included based on user need. Many definitions are given for the design. This is one of the definition of the design. Design is basically is not to fall in love with your solution. The people, the human being have this mindset that whatever you have solved, whatever solutions you have generated, you find that this is the best solution. But now design, it tells about love with your problems. When you will be in the right problems, when you have the right questions, then definitely the right solution will come. So the design, it says that you have to have the right questions, right problems to be generated, to be observed, rather than having the right solution. So most of the time, people think that whatever they are doing is right, without bothering the stakeholders, without bothering about the others. So it is very necessary. Design thinking teach us that you have to think about the others, then only it will be a proper meaning of design thinking will prove. So it gives you the solution in a conscious and innovative way, which will both functional and aesthetic requirement that includes user needs. So moving ahead, what is a good design? What do you think? In your perspective, Don't get influenced by the third party. With your personal experience, what do you think? What is a good design? If we will keep apart these high-tech gadgets like laptop, tablets, Apple phones, if we will keep all these things aside, what do you think? What is a good design? To whom you will say that this design is a good design? And what basis, what parameters makes you to decide that this design is a good design or this design is a bad design? So I'm putting a lot of questions in front of you. Just go to have a thought process. Just think about it. Okay, like in your mindset, what is the definition of a good design? So you might be thinking that the solar panels, the solar systems, the tablets, the satellite communications, the satellites, the app you are designing, the many more things which comes in your mind that can be a good design. So one of the good design, according to me, is a safety pin. Like this safety pin is invented in the year around 1850, and so the heart of this design is still the same. The people make it more fancy. They made it with like plastic coated. They made it more decorative. They have done a lot of changes, but the heart of this safety pin has not changed. So safety pin still is providing you the safety in whatever requirement, wherever you are using this safety pin. Right? One or more example I can quote about the good design is Mumbai Dabbawala. Do you know from the many decades they are providing the quality food, hygiene food to the required people in the Mumbai. The design, think about the design they have, sorry to say here, but they are very low educated people. They have not educated much like you all. Otherwise, they would have designed the app, websites, and so many things. They have taken the help of the technology. So they are providing the same quality from the decades to all those people on time. They are providing the food. So this is also the one of the design. You might think about other examples also about the good design. Then now comes what is a bad design. Which design you will say is a bad design? In what perspective you say is a bad? Why it is not good? So you may think over it that what is a bad design. I will quote here one example about the bad design. The foot-over bridge, which we used to cross the platform from one platform number to another platform number. Why it is a bad design? When it was designed in the British era, at that time the population was less, the frequency of the train were less. But this design is not suitable for the current scenario. Here, the frequency of the train has increased, the number of people have increased, the population have reached to some extent. So this will not be the good design for the current scenario. You may think over the designs. There are the many designs which are available around you. And remember, wherever you will quote good design or bad design, don't listen from the third party and accordingly you give your judgment. You experience and then you give your comments on it. So the design is a good design or a bad design. It depends on individual perspectives of that design. If that design gives benefit to many people, then we can say it's a good design. And if it is not giving benefit to the people and the peoples are coming into the trouble because of that design, then I can say that is a bad design. So it all depends from the person to person, the things varies. The perspectives may be different from person to person, but when any design it gives benefit to many people, then we can say it's a good design, and when it is not, then we can say it's a bad design, right? So what is the crux of design? What all can be designed? So design is all about empathy. Do you know the meaning of empathy? What do you understand by the empathy? If I want to explain this empathy in one line, I can say that putting your feet in others' shoes. Are you ready to remove your shoes and want to put your feet in other shoes? It means what? Do you want to make yourself come out from the comfort zone of yours and want to see what the people are facing the problems? Or you want to see always from your perspectives and you don't want to see from others' perspectives? So design thinkings, it will come when I should say the key point, the crux of all the design thinking is the empathy. Do you know most of the design and the products, they failed because they have not taken care about their emotional connects. They have not taken care of the empathy. They have not taken care how to fulfill their emotional requirements. And that is one of the major reason the products are getting failed, the designs are getting failed. If I will take the example of the number of colleges in India, everybody knows that there are the number of universities, colleges are available nationwide. When it comes to the ranking and all the colleges, let's take an example of engineering colleges. You will observe that most of the engineering colleges have the same scheme, same syllabus. Above all, they have the same mission and vision as well. Then why some colleges are getting the better rank? They have considered as the top colleges of the India. Why few are average? Why few are below average? Why few are above average? Why all are not considered as the good colleges? What is lacking in that? Have you ever thought of it? Although they are using the same schemes, the same syllabus, same mission and vision, with approximately, I'm not saying word to word they are same, but then what is the problem? Why all the colleges are not considered as the good colleges? Again here, the terms come, that is your empathy. That is the emotional connects with all the stakeholders. The stakeholders may be management, stakeholders may be your industry people, the faculties, students, parents, all the stakeholders who are associated with the university, with the colleges, the emotional requirements, the emotional connects, which makes the colleges different from each other. And the ranking differ. So empathy, it really creates wonder. So what all we can design? You will be surprised to know that we can design everything. Everywhere you will observe the design. I hope after completion of this webinar, you will feel that you will start observing and relating the things. If I will talk about the religion, here is the design. If we will talk about The language can be designed. If I'll talk about the food can also be designed. So let's try to understand how the design is associated with the religion, language, food. So I'll take the first example of Sikhism. Do you know how the Sikhism has started or how this religion is originated? When it was the time to fight with the Mughals, the people mindset has to shift from one mindset to another mindset so that they can fight with the Mughals. And let's assume that there is a person called Pawan, and he wants that everybody's mindset has to change. And for changing the mindset, he has to do something different. So what he did, that to fight with the Mughals, why not we should fight like a lion? And we have to be the winner. These two parameters he has considered, and with that he has to put the mind of all the people with this gene. So what he did, he started putting the name of all the people like Jeet Singh. Have you realized that the Punjabis or Sikh, the religion who are following the Sikhism, they are keeping their names and end with Jeet Singh, Pawanjeet Singh, Taranjeet Singh, and all these things. Jeet is indicate the victory. Singh is indicate the lion. So we have to win like a lion. And this really make the mindset is a huge difference between the people, and they have to fight like a lion and they have to win. So this is again a design. If I will talk about the Devanagari script, the Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Anga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Iya, and so on. Have you realized that this language also has the design? They come from the different part of the mouth, and it helps us to memorize, it helps us to communicate and pronunciate. So the language is again comes under the design. If I will talk about the food, especially the South Indian food, do you know the design is also associated with this food? Especially in the South, there is the 3 seasons, only hot, hotter, and hottest. Then how the people will survive with the foods? The food gets spoiled after a few hours. So here is the best example that how to overcome the constraint. Make the enemy to your friend. The batter which they prepared with the help of the rice and the dal, that will make the food more nutritious, and that same batter will help to cook many varieties of the food. In the first day, they make idli. On the second day, when the batter will get more fragmented, then they prepare dosa. On the third day, still fragmentation was more, they prepare uttapam. Because the dosa cannot be prepared because the fragmentation was more, it was sticky on the tawa. Then on the 5th day, when the batter was less, then they have prepared puri padyam. So with the same batter, they have prepared the different varieties, that is providing the nutritious values, as well as that same batter will long lasting for 4 to 5 days. So here also the design is. So it all depends that where we can or how we can design our things. So the many different definitions is given for the design thinking. Here I am taking one of them. There are the many researchers, the experts who are working from the years on the design thinking. So here, what is the definition of the design thinking? I hope till now you understand the concept of design. So what is the design thinking? The design thinking, it comes with the various parameters like understanding the requirements, observations, connecting the dots, and unearthing blind spots. So the stated requirements are very easy to fulfill it. But the problems comes when it is an unstated requirements. Here the great or the deep empathy is required. An unstated requirement is connected with your blind spots, where there is a lot of don't know, lot of unknown is there. If I will take the example of the Chandrayaan, there is a lot of unknown, lot of unstated things are there. So that is where the design thinking is required. We have to go for the observations. Observations may be pattern wise or anti-patterns wise. Pattern wise, how to define the pattern wise? It's all about working in the favorable conditions. Anti-patterns, when you are not working in the favorable conditions, then how to, we have to have very mindful in that condition. Then connecting the dots. Within the box, it's very easy to compare yourself with the same type of people. But we need to connect the dots outside the box as well. I'll give you here one of the very good example of the Arvind Eye Care Hospital. You might be knowing about it or not, I don't know. But you can search on the Google, Arvind Eye Care. They have thought out of box. They have idealized themselves from the McDonald's. Why the people will come to the hospital? Why not hospital will go to the people? I will take this example after one or two slides after that also, because this really, there is a lot of learning in this example. So these things we have to think about it. Then questioning assumptions. Now the things have gone that what is the right solutions I have derived. Now the time came when we have to ask the right questions. We have to think about questioning the assumptions. I'll make you more clear about these questioning assumptions with a few examples. One example can be whenever you are going to a restaurant, the attender provide you the menu card and you have to choose any one of these from that menu card. Can the things will happen like this? Why not you will go and order the food, the one you like, as per the availability of the ingredients. The chef will prepare for you any dish. Why menu card is required? Another assumptions can be, why I will pay whatever food I am eating there? Why not I will pay there for their good interior? I will go with my own food, enjoy a picnic, and I will pay to use their place. Why to charge for the food? Why not the food is free? The customers are charged on the time spent at the restaurant. Can you think of purchasing a car? Do you know in the decades earlier, when the people have to buy a car, they have to give the full payment. They cannot buy a car, they cannot drive a car until and unless they will provide the full payment, they will pay the full payment. Then the head of the General Motors, Balbert Sloan, he thought one day, with the questioning assumption that why the people will take the car in their home after paying the full payment? Why not they can pay in installment? So now you can see that everything is available on the installment, whether you want to buy a car, your fridge, your mobile rather. So installment payment scheme. Another example of Arvind Eye Care Hospital. Why the patient will come to the hospital? Why not hospital will go to the patient? Arvind Eye Care, the founder of this hospital is Govind Venkatapaswamy. He decided, or he first of all, he focused to those patients who are the daily wages. He cannot afford even to go for the eye treatment. Why not to provide the eye treatment to the place where they are working? Even they don't have the money to buy the spectacles or the medicines or the requirements of for eye caring. So in that case, they are providing free to them. Still they are earning. You can study the case study of Arvind Eye Care Hospital. So when it was started with a lot of don't know with the blind spot, unstated requirements. So it requires lot of thinking, lot of deep thinking. What are your assumptions? It's not a matter of 5 or 10 minutes to decide your assumption. It required a lot of deep thinking. That what is your questioning assumptions? So what are the elements of a great design? It's not like that if you will do something very big, you are doing something very complex things, then only the design will be the great design. No, the design should be simple to be used by the people. It should be experienced. It should be frictionless. It should be efficient. It should reduce the complexity. Above all, what is the questioning assumptions? So it all comes from the empathy, and which really required a very deep thinking process. So I hope you understood the meaning of design with the questioning assumptions. Now it is really very much necessary to understand what is the right question. So what is design thinking? The design thinking should be human-centered. It should be future-focused. It should create the value. It is more centered to human facing the problem rather than problem itself. If I am having a fever, this is not the problem. This is the symptom of the problem. Then what is the problem? The problem is the virus. The problem may be something happening in my body because of that fever occurred. So we have to know the differentiation between the symptoms and the problems. We have to go into the deep about the root cause of the problems, rather than just discussing the symptoms of the problem. It should be the future focus. Design thinker invent for tomorrows. They are the innovators. And definitely they create the value. So design thinking is a combination of science and creativity. It doesn't come only from the science. Both things are required together, the science as well as the creativity. So what I can say, design thinking, it is all about the deep thinking. It is inside. The more you do, the more inside you will go. It is not a matter of 1 or 2 days you will get or you will be a good design thinker. So design thinking, it makes you to understand what is the problem. rather than the symptoms of the problem. So let's get a quick review about what is the difference between traditional thinking and design thinking. In the traditional thinking, we always appreciate about the right answer. But in design thinking, we should have the right questions. जब तक right questions नहीं होगा, how you will give the right answer? Traditional thinking was more about more talking, and talking. Design thinking is more about listening. Try to understand the others. Try to understand the others' feeling. Traditional thinking is about the data, whereas design thinking is about the stories. Stories may be successful stories, may be unsuccessful stories. Stories are very much required. Unsuccessful stories gives you lot many learning. People are more focusing on the successful stories only. But unsuccessful stories are also required. It's a big challenge for us how to make that unsuccessful story into the successful one. Traditional thinking, we talk about the events, whereas design thinking, we talk about the experiences. Traditional thinking talk about the facts. Design thinking talks about the feelings, the respecting the feelings. If you empathize, if you have a deep feelings, then you can be a design thinker. So what is the design thinking? It consists of, it is of two terms. One is design, one is thinking. So the first and the foremost things which comes is the design mindset. What is my mindset? Most of the time, where my mind is occupied, am I filling my mind with lot of negative energy? Or I am designing my mind according to the best, as a best thinker? Then the second things which comes under the design thinking is thinking the design. Thinking the design can be done with the help of many tools are available. It is not possible in the 1 hour of webinar to cover all those design tools, but I can assure you those tools are really help you out to make you a great design thinker and the design process. So I really bow my head to the team members who have written Indian Constitution. They were really a great design thinker. Do you know, I should not ask this, do you know, I know everybody is knowing this, that our Indian Constitution, it consists of lower house and upper house. Lower house, it is of Lok Sabha. Upper house, it is of Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, the peoples are nominated and they are the part of us, the one who we are nominating, right? In the Rajya Sabha, the peoples are nominated who are the best cricketers, scientists, actors, socialists, industrialists, and all those peoples. Have you ever thought of it, why it is like this? Because to take any decision, it is very necessary to understand their perspectives as well. And the whole team, it is not the part of one people, it is the whole team. They were the great design thinker who have written our Indian Constitution. So moving ahead, for the design thinking, there are the 3 laws of design thinking, like Newton, the 3 laws of Newton. Similarly, for the design thinking, we have the 3 laws. So we will try to understand one by one. Less is more. What do you understand by less is more? It is not necessary to provide everything at one glance. customer want? What the other people want? Accordingly, you provide the things. Why to provide all the things simultaneously? Let's take in one example that DVD earlier. Nowadays, I don't think people use DVD to listen the songs. But earlier, the DVDs was playing the important role that the combo DVDs comes where all the singers' songs are available. But I don't want to listen all the singers' songs. I want to listen only Lata Mangeshkar's song. So I don't want to buy that combo pack of DVD. I want to buy a DVD only with the songs of Lata Mangeshkar. So people have to think, or design thinker, we need to think that what customers want, what is the requirement of the people, and accordingly you provide. When you will provide all the things, then the importance of that things will be losing. When someone has given this another example that to develop some app for the banks, so they have to keep this provision. Let's assume that in the bank the employee has worked from morning to evening at 5 o'clock and they become very tired. Now the boss is asking for the report of the whole day, which will require a 50 to 60 line pages. So do you think that at 5 o'clock that employee has this mindset to provide the whole report of 50 to 60 pages? Then why not the IT developer will develop the software which will provide the crux of that 50 to 60 pages of report? And that will be presented to your boss and provide a soft link that will help us to read out. If that boss want to go through all the 60 to 50 pages at the 5 o'clock in the evening, then he can simply click that link and see all the things together. So less is more. How we can provide the less things that will give more benefit to the people? Another law of design thinking is last 2% is equal to 200%. Most of the time, we are doing 95%, 98%, 90%. That 2% is really very important. And if you will do that 2%, it will require a lot of thinking. How to provide that uniqueness? For this 2%, you should have that innovation, uniqueness in your mind. Let's take one example of the hotel. Whenever you visit any place, you will find many hotels there where you can check in. Suppose you have decided to check in one hotel and you have reached to that hotel after a journey of 9 to 10 hours. You are very tired, you have many luggage with you and you want to take a rest. But after going into that hotel, you have to do the process of checking. You have to provide your ID card, Aadhaar card, and so on. And it may take more than 45 minutes to do all those formalities. All the hotels have more or less same type of facilities. Why not one hotel have decided that to provide that 2%? And what can be that 2%? That 2% can be, why not I will provide that person to the key of that room. He will go there and take a rest after such a hectic schedule of traveling. He reached to the hotel, and after 1 hour or half an hour, you can do the formalities. So that 2% give the benefit to the customer, which will be equivalent to 200%. So one more example to understand this 2%. In a restaurant, let's assume a visually challenged old lady reached to a restaurant to have something. But the menu card, which is in the restaurant, is not prepared according to the visually challenged persons. So some attendant has to come there and to attend that lady and to ask what food you want to have. Why not that lady will access that menu card as per her requirement and decide instead of some attender is coming there and giving the options. So if the restaurant owner will think about that, why not to prepare a small menu card using the Braille lipi? That will help the visually challenged people to go through the menus and decide by their own. So that is again, and the feedback which that lady will give to their neighbors, to all the contacts and everyone, that you can imagine that how your business will grow more better. So the third law of design thinking is theory of prioritization. We come across many problems. So we should analyze and we should understand that how to prioritize the problems. The problem can be of 10 grams problem, the problem can be of 100-gram problems, or it can be 1,000 grams problem. So we have to tackle first with the 1,000 grams problem because it is in the top priority. And accordingly find out the solution for that 1,000-gram problem rather than 100-gram or 10-gram problem because it has the in the first priority, and accordingly find out the solution. So theory of prioritizations, for that you need to understand the design thinking process that helps you to understand how to prioritize the problems. So moving ahead with the 5 steps of design thinking, I hope you understood what is design thinking, what is the 3 laws of design thinking, that how this design thinking process takes place. So in the 5 steps of design thinking, the first foremost very important one is feel. You should feel like a cartographer, like a detective. The tools which we can use is the empathy, the stakeholder mapping, the user needs, the persona. I told you about there are the many tools which help us to make you design thinker. So these tools are, it will take 5 days or 10 days workshops to understand these tools in a better way. So I'm not covering these tools part here. So what this cartographer does, it designs a map. So that's such a big world he is putting in a piece of paper. So what actually the problem is? For the field, the 3 parameters are very much important. The first one is listening, second one is dialogue, and third one is the observation. You have to listen without bias and judgment. There are the 2 key things which a design thinker should always keep in their mind. It should not be judgmental and it should not be justification. 2 J's should not be here in the design thinker, as a design thinker. So it starts with the desirability. It starts with the need of the people. It starts with the need of the customers. And it brings the clarity to desirability. You have to become a detective to solve the actual problems, not the symptoms. When you will find out the actual problem, that can be possible with the help of this step one only. And asking lot many questions about what, who, why. In the childhood, we ask lot many questions. But as we grow up, we stop asking. Why? At times when you ask correct questions, when you ask what, who, why, believe me, you will reach to the correct solution. So it is very important to understand and it required great empathy. And great empathy comes from, are you ready to remove your shoes and to put your feet in other shoes? So this first step helps you to recognize the problem. The second step in the design thinking process is define. You have identified the problem, but define that problem. Asking the right questions phrases the problem statement's opportunity. You should, if you have defined the problem, that problem you should able to write on the ice cream stick. It means what? That problem should be defined in 5 to 6 words. So you should behave like a reporter who is asking the right questions to the people. And the tool to help you to define the right question is 5 whys. If you have any problem, if you will find out the 5 whys of that problem, the 5th one will help you to reach to the solution. So design thinking tells us that asking the right question is very important. And it is not necessary in the one goal, in the one way, you will get the right questions. It is an iterative process. You have to go redefining the problems. Paraphrase in positive words. This is really very important. The third step in the design thinking process is divergence. Once you have identified the problem, you are with the right question, then comes with the solution, comes with the ideas. Now you float that problem, you float that questions to the people. In the university, from peon to the topmost person, everybody will contribute in giving their ideas. So this is called divergence. Because when you will collect all the ideas and finding out into the groups, create all the possibilities. So divergence brings multiple expertise, perspectives to generate the ideas. Divide into multiple groups to generate ideas. Avoid being judgmental. No idea is a bad idea. Remember this. Don't give your judgment that your idea is not a good idea, mine idea is a good idea. No, every idea has some potential. It depends how you are executing that idea. Challenges all exist, assumptions and biases. Don't be biased. This is very much important. The tools which help us for divergence is brainstorming, mind mapping, metaphor. So the next step of design thinking process is converge. When you have lot many ideas, from those ideas, now I have to prioritize it. Whether it's a 10 gram, 100 gram or 1000 gram. Or it's a quick, bold or long-lasting impact. So now you will start converging it. Now you have to reach to the best idea. You have to reach to the ideas which will be long lasting, which will be quick implementable. So we need to connect those ideas, make the choices. Use the tool 10 grams, 100 grams, 1000 grams problem, and accordingly you start finding out. Now, whatever idea you have chosen to find out the solution of the problem, you design the prototype of that and then go for the testing. So we have started with a great empathy, with the problem identification, then we are asking the right questions, after divergence, and then we have the convergence. And after convergence, we feel that now we are relaxing ourselves because we reach to the solution of the problem. But no, the people are making mistakes and they are forgetting the step 5, which is the communication. Finally, when you have a great idea, story does not end here. Many people fails here in the communication. Why you are doing all these things? अभी तक की जो इतनी steps आपने की है, वो क्यों की है? Is for the end user, is for the customers, to whom you have empathized. You are finding the solution for them. So it is at the end user, it is not properly communicated or educated, then what's that wonderful idea is? There is no meaning of doing those many exercises. Communication, it is a seamless exercise. It has many touch points. From the start to end, we have to go for the proper naming, proper packaging, story branding, presentation, distributions, and all these things are very much required your idea to be get implemented properly. क्योंकि आपने इतना कुछ किया है, वो किसके लिए किया? So the key points, how to scale up the solutions which you have found out, and how to define the proposed solution. Use new vocabulary to get attention of the end users. Behave like a movie director and distribution of communication. So these 5 steps are very much important for the design thinking. First of all, you need to prepare your design mind. You have to feel, which consists of deep empathize, look beneath the surface, then define, behave like a reporter, diverge, get the many ideas, then converse that with the prototyping, testing, then communicate, tell your story, then you are a great person. You are a great innovator. You are a great startup. You have a great startup. You have a great entrepreneur. You will set the example for the others. Whatever you are doing, whether you are going for the job, whether you are going for the placement, whether you are going for to become a good entrepreneur, whatever you are doing on your daily life, the design thinking is very essential. And don't feel that whatever you are doing, that is the best only. No. So that's all from my side. This is what I want to communicate you all. I hope I make you feel about what is design thinking and how it works, what are the process, and how you can be a good design thinker that everybody should be, I think. So any questions? we can take the questions you have.
There is one question from my side.
Ji sir, please.
Is it a continuous process, or it maybe design thinking may be practiced intermittently?
Sir, it is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. We have to do it on the daily basis.
Okay.
There are the different tools available. Those tools will really help us out that how to make the things in a more better way, in a more innovative work. On our daily basis, whatever work we are doing, in that also we need a design thinking.
Okay. Okay, there is one student, Farhan Khan, who wants to ask question.
Unmute yourself and you may ask, Farhan. फरहान आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके पूछ सकते हो. Yes, फरहान.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, does design thinking work with all subject areas?
Yes, it works everywhere. It works everywhere. अभिषेक सिंह, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके पूछ सकते हो.
Ma'am, every day we get new ideas. Means in normal life, hello.
हाँ जी, हाँ मैं सुन रही हूँ. अभिषेक बताओ.
Ma'am, थोड़ा problem है.
हाँ.
Ma'am, every day we get new ideas. Means is it easy to implement design thinking on everything? Means every idea. क्या ये possible है?
Abhishek, first of all, you have to identify the correct problem, the correct question, on which problem you want to make the peoples to help, to empathize.
Okay.
First and foremost, you have to find out the problem, right question, and then go for the ideas.
Okay. Ma'am,
simultaneously you are getting the pop-up of ideas, but first you have to design your mind in such a way that what problem really you want to solve of the people.
Ma'am, एक problem के multiple ideas हो सकते हैं.
Yes, it is the part of divergence.
Oh, ma'am, then what is the best way to decide?
There are the tools by with that may help you to go for the convergence कि उसमें से आप कौन सा बेस्ट आइडिया लेके हम उस पे काम करें.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Amisha, you may ask the question.
मैम आपने बोला कि हम वेट देते हैं हर एक सॉल्यूशन को,
प्रॉब्लम्स को. पहले तो प्रॉब्लम्स की बात करेंगे, फिर सॉल्यूशन की बात करेंगे. यस
मैम, जैसे हम सॉल्यूशन अगर उस प्रॉब्लम के फाइंड करते हैं तो देयर वर मल्टीपल सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ दैट सिंगल प्रॉब्लम.
यस, जैसे आपने एक बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स का आपने प्रायोरिटाइज किया. यू आर गेटिंग द वन प्रॉब्लम, you have to stick to one problem. अब उस problem के multiple solutions हो सकते हैं. In that solutions, you now take the 10 grams, 100 grams and 1000 gram solution.
And how can you weight them?
For that you need to go for the another workshop of design thinking जहाँ पर आपको tools सिखाए जाएंगे. That tools will help you out to find out the best solution.
Okay, ma'am.
है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other question? So I think there is no more questions, sir. So we should wind up here.
Okay. So good afternoon once again. It was a wonderful session. Before we end this meeting, it's time to acknowledge the efforts of all those who have contributed to this webinar. Design thinking is a very basic concept, but requires efforts to practice. We have to prepare our mind to implement design thinking. Dr. Sarita Kansal very well explained the concept by giving many practical examples. She also mentioned how we can practice design thinking. The concept simply focuses on thinking that will give more comfort to your customers. Implementing design thinking leads to innovative thinking. Implementing design thinking means it leads to innovative thinking, and this design thinking leads to a path of success for a business. On behalf of Medicaps University and MIIC, I sincerely thanks Dr. Sarita Kansal for introducing this important concept to us. I also sincerely thanks Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, a renowned name in technical education, for his guidance and motivation that always help us in organizing such events. His vision inspires us to work hard consistently. I also thanks Dr. Pradyuman Yadav, Registrar Medicaps University, for all-round support which leads to smooth conduction of this webinar. I also thanks Dr. Sarita Kansal as an in charge of Medicaps Incubation and Innovation Cell, and Professor Ram Janam Singh, Head E-Cell, for all their support to organize this webinar. I also thank Professor Dharmendra Mangal and all the members of MIIC for their support for this webinar. I would also like to thank members of supporting team, Mr. Suryakant Soni, Ms. Amrita Mantri, and Mr. Gajendra Singh, for their back-end support as always. And at last, I would like to thank all the participants who made this webinar successful by overwhelmingly participating and actively interacting with the speaker. I hope you have understood the concept of design thinking and why it is important. With this, we come to the end of this webinar. Thanks, Dr. Sarita Kansal, once again. Thank you very much.
I request all the participants, feedback link is available in the chat box. You kindly fill the feedback link to get the certificates. Thank you. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you.